Hello everybody, this is Mr. Mruberduck and welcome back to another redstone video. Today I'm on this tiny little grass island and there's a fence, and I want to get onto the other side of the fence because look how much interesting stuff there is over there, but I can't get over, so let's just flick this button and there we go. One fence block pops down, I can walk right through, do what I need to do, go back over, push the button again, and if I can actually find it, there we go, the fence will pop right back up. And yeah, I just think it's pretty cool, so I will now show you the redstone behind this thing. So this is everything. It is in fact one wide. What you see here is just what I've had to do to hook a button up. Now what I don't understand with this thing is, let me show you. So the button here, it works perfectly well with the button directly on the block. You can see the fence is pulled down and then the fence is pushed back up. But as soon as we put a repeater there, oh no, it doesn't want to work. So what I have to do is put a dust here and then a repeater going into this dust, and for whatever magical reason that works. So now you can hook up an external input, but it does technically make it a lot bigger. But I'm just going to put that down to a bug and say that this is in fact the joint smallest. Gunmaster has one the same size, not one wide but the same size, but he said it was really unreliable, and I've checked, this does work in all coordinates and directions, so yeah, joint smallest but a bit more reliable. So if we don't in fact include this bit, it is 9 blocks wide by 5 blocks tall by 1 block deep, making it just 45 blocks, which as I've said is the joint smallest, and that is really small. So I guess I'll just jump straight in with the tutorial. So what you're going to need is in my hotbar, take a quick look, gather that up. You'll also need a wooden button and a fence post, or it also works with the crafting table or anything of that description which you'd want to pop out. So yeah, let's imagine this is your floor level. You want to go down 3 blocks, place 2 pistons like this, and then you want to come over to the right and place a piston there, and then on this side build out 3 blocks and place a piston across there with a redstone block on its face, and then get your fence and just place it on the face of that redstone block. Now what you're going to want to do is come over to this piston here, place a block underneath it and a block, diagonal blocks like that, then a 2-tick repeater on that block, a torch there. Then coming off the side of this torch you want a 1-tick repeater pointing into a block with a dust on top of it, and then a block on the side of that dust which is powering this piston again. Now you want to come down here and place blocks like that, so there's a V with a torch on top of one of them, a dust there, not a dust, sorry, a 4-tick repeater. And that is that bit of the circuit done. That is also your input. So if you just like to place your button on that block, and then you're going to come over here, place a dust piston with a redstone block on it, and then come up here, place a dropper facing towards your button with a hopper on its face, place an item in that dropper, it can be literally anything you want, and then place a repeater, not a repeater, a comparator, coming out of that dropper, going into a block with a torch on top of it, and then on top of the torch you want a block, on top of the block you want a dust. Now you want a 2-tick repeater, block on its face, and a 4-tick repeater going into that, and then one final thing, you need a dust there, and that should be you all done. So if we just give this thing a test, you can see the fence goes up and fence comes back down. So now let's explain how this works. So a very brief summary, basically what's happening here is you've got a little circuit which, if I just disconnect this and get a lever instead, what the circuit is doing is as soon as I press the button it retracts, and then as soon as the button unpresses it pushes out again. And the way we do that is by making this turn on first with the torch going straight into the block, and last with this coming down here and going after 5 ticks, and that means the block retracts and stuff. And yeah, that's what we want. So all we have to do is split the fence up, let's call that a fence, and push it back, and that's how we can do that. And I wish inventories were like 15 slots. Be so helpful. Come on, Mojang. So over here, basically what we have is, when we push that block out, this will push across, bottom piston will get pushed up, and that will be there. So that will cause the top piston to fire as well. But one tick later, this will retract, and that will mean this block gets spit out. And then we just have to pull that back down and fire this. So if you just watch it again, having that in mind, you watch. This gets pushed out, and then exactly the right time gets retracted again to spit it out. And that serves multiple functions, as it gives the one tick pulse, and also the pushes the fence post into place, and that's how I got it so compact. I didn't come up with this layout actually. This was, I don't know who came up with it, but I got the inspiration recently when Misa X-Age, or however it's pronounced, I have no idea. He uploaded a video of an expandable one, and that I was like, that's a cool layout. So yeah, I just tried to make a single one. Which brings me to the note, this is not expandable. It might be able to be somehow, but at the moment it's not, nor is it tileable, which is a bit of a shame. But anyway, I'm rambling at this point, so I'll just end the video here. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.